I never thought that I would be making a video actually talking about this, and it's very weird that it's about to come out of my mouth as so many people have been talking about. Skibidi Toilet has been collaborating with Fortnite. The skin is out now, and people are going crazy about it. Today, I wanted to give my thoughts because honestly, I think everybody's overreacting to it. It is still really weird, and honestly, it feels cringe coming out of my mouth, just the word Skibidi in general. But anyways, we're going to talk about it in just a second. Before we do, though, I do want to say hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Skibidi Toilet in Fortnite. Again, like, this is the last time I'll say it. It feels so weird to say. I'm not shocked that this happened. I actually, like, this wasn't one of the collabs that I was saying, like, oh my god, I can't wait until Fortnite gets this, or I wasn't, like, it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, yeah, you know what, it's big enough where it actually could come to Fortnite one day. At the end of the day, I think that everybody's freaking out about this, honestly, for no reason. It's one of those, if you don't like it, don't buy it type things. And at the time that you're watching this video, I personally haven't played the game when the skin came out, but I imagine it's going to go something just like the Juice WRLD or any other time there's a really big skin that comes out, where you load up into the lobby for a day, maybe maximum 5 days, where everybody's wearing the skin. That's all that you can see. So I would imagine you're just seeing a Skibidi skin every single time, every single place that you go, and then it's going to die down. I don't personally get why people actually, like, look at the skin and then go, like, get actually really upset or disappointed in Epic Games for it. I always like to go back to this, and this is going to sell so incredibly well with the younger audience, and that in combination with the people who are just buying it to be stupid. Like, I didn't pull the trigger on it, but I might just buy it and equip Take the L just to watch somebody cry when I kill them. Like, that's I like killing people and imagining, like, how much they're raging when I'm, like, throwing tomatoes right at their face. Like, you know, I like imagining what they're sitting behind their computer actually screaming about, because to get that angry at a video game is ridiculous, and that's why I encourage it a little bit. So I almost want to get the Skibidi skin. Point being, there's a big combination of kids that will buy this and a lot of people like me who will buy it kind of ironically. And I always say, put yourself in the position of Epic Games. I guarantee you, if this was maybe brought to your table, this is a collaboration that you might be able to bring to your game, how much revenue it could possibly generate, you would say yes to this. At the end of the day, it's one of those things where I look at it and I'm like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. And I don't understand the other side where you look at the skin and get, like, actually legitimately bothered that it's in the game. There's no skin in existence that I could look at and legitimately get bothered like it's a cosmetic in a video game. That's the way I look at it, and I feel like that's the proper way to look at it. And the reaction to this, honestly, is just really strange, because I feel like it's a little 50-50, where you have the... there's been no positive reactions to this from what I've seen online, but I feel like it's a 50-50 in the sense where you have a good chunk of people like, alright, Fortnite, you can end my life now, and it's just like being stupid, right? Like, no, you're not actually talking about, like, ending your life. It's just like, oh, well, Skibidi's here, brain rot's here, time for me to go. People are just joking in that sense. And then there's also a big chunk of people that are getting legitimately bothered by this. That's the weird part to me. And if you want to talk about, like, how brain rot it is and how Epic Games is bringing in brain rot has existed since probably the internet began. I can't remember, I'm having a blank what it's called, but I feel like the first one ever, like, every generation since social media has had their own types of brain rot. Like, I don't remember what it's called, but it was like the frog where it's like me, you know, like that type of stuff. I was just watching Let's C's video on this, and then he mentioned the Nyan cat. Like, that was something that was huge when I was in high school, and I can guarantee you older people were looking at that and just saying that their next new generation is cooked. And I understand that you'll come back with something to the extent of, well, this is different. It's not different. It's really not different. It's the same brain rot that has been in existence for young people since the beginning of the internet. And honestly, I'm pretty proud to say that I don't think I've ever actually gotten into, like, any legitimate brain rot. I know there's more brain rot nowadays, but I've always been of the opinion, man, that, like, the adult content's the biggest brain rot compared to, like, actually what people always talk about being brain rot. I'm not gonna get down that rabbit hole, but it's funny how everybody looks at things like Skibidi Toilet and legitimately, like, gets disgusted by it. But, you know, like I said in a previous video, if you goon to it, it's okay, right? It's a whole different story if that's the case. My point being is that, as usual, people are being selective with their outrage. I don't understand the big deal about this. I'm in the camp of, like, this is stupid, but I understand why Epic Games would bring it to the game. It's not something that I would ever look at and go, that's awesome, I'm going to buy it. But I legitimately might buy it. I probably won't, but if you do see me ever running it, it's because somebody either gifted it to me or I'm using it with Take the L. The way I see it, life's easier when you look at something and you can just laugh at it. You can choose to get offended or you can choose to just laugh at it. And while I think it's ridiculous to be offended by a video game skin from a meme that you don't like, well, brain rot, you should say, not necessarily meme. Like I said, there are people that are legitimately really unhappy about this. This isn't going to hurt the future of Fortnite. If anything, if you want to go down that hole, I actually don't mind the idea that this brings us a little bit closer to actually getting some meme skins. Like back in the day when Diamond Hands got released, I was so hyped about that. I thought that was hilarious. While I don't find Skibidi funny, I hope this opens the door for some really funny memes down the road for Epic Games to bring into skins, and I think that has some serious potential, to be honest. But as I said, it's not a big deal. It's a skin in a video game. If you don't like it, don't buy it, and if you don't like to see it, you won't see it that often in a few days. It literally is that simple. And as the channel's been growing, I'm been getting these comments more and more where somebody says something to the extent of, well, you're talking about it, clearly you care about it, clearly. Like, I'm a Fortnite channel. I talk about what's going on in the Fortnite space, and what's going on in the Fortnite space right now is a collaboration with Skibidi. I don't care about it. I don't know why that's so hard for some people to process, but that's the truth behind it. Go on about your life. It is a cosmetic in a video game. It does not ruin Fortnite. Don't get completely enraged if one of them kills you within the video game. Just think about somebody watching you from a third-party perspective of you freaking out and smashing, basically smashing your keyboard because a certain skin in a video game killed you. That's crazy. I don't get it. But you know what else I don't get? Why you are not watching one of these interviews with some Fortnite content creators that we've done. You can check out any one of these videos right here. We have collaborations on the channel all the time. I would love to have you guys over in one of those videos. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take care.